Well, it's a big-time game. One of the best crowds that we've ever had in a non-conference December game, but that just says a lot about their program, too. Defensively, I thought at times we were much better than we had been, but you guys saw it yourself. We had 2 out of 3 plays where we didn't even know who the dickens were guarding down there. And then we called a trap one time, and nobody gets to the goaltender spot, so 3 plays out of 4. If I'd been watching it on TV, I'd have said, who is their coach? Some idiot. So that bothers me. I don't want people to think that we don't practice. But we made shots. I thought we rebounded the ball really well. I thought we worked on the offensive glass and got baskets to put us in. I mean, that's an amazing stat, 27 points off offensive rebounds. But also it's an amazing stat. We look down there, they got 29 points off our turnovers. The biggest negatives of the game, no question, was just turnovers, just simple guard-to-guard passes. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. The first half, we threw 3 of them away, and they're laying it up on the other end. You don't have a chance to defend that. But take away the turnovers and then the miscommunication on the defensive end of the floor there several times. I thought we really did some good things. We made a bunch of shots. I've been telling Cam and Kenny and Luke that you guys are our best shooters. How about trying to be our best makers? And I thought Cam was really something tonight. And Luke stepping up. They cut it to 8, and I think it's when Luke made a tough one on the baseline. And he gets fouled. He's 7 out of 7 from free throw line, but 20 points, 16 rebounds is a big night for him as well. But if we don't play really, really well, we can't win this game. And their team, I really, really like their team. I don't like to play them. I like to compete against guys that I really like, except at the end of the game somebody's feeling bad. And I can't think of anybody that I have more respect for and fondness of and enjoy the company than Mark Few. Said to the guys at the TV thing today, I'd love for my son to be able to play for Mark Few. I think that would be a neat thrill. But, again, rebounding the ball I thought was big. We shot it in the hole, and we guarded every now and then. But for the most part, we got to do a heck of a lot better job on the defensive end of the floor. And it's been our problem, and it was still our problem. But tonight, shots went in and made up for it. I've had some teams before that sort of looked at me and said that we can outscore them. And the ones of you that have been here a while in 09, I harped all year long about we got to be better defensively, and Ty and Wayne and Danny and those guys said we'll outscore them. But at the end of the year, they really, really got better defensively, and we were a good team then. But heck of an atmosphere, heck of a ball game. Loved the crowd. Guys coming off the bench, I thought 7th was huge for us. B-Rob and Leaky both, I didn't play very much. Both of them weren't playing at the end of practice. I don't even know what day today is. Today's Saturday, so Leaky didn't play at the end of practice yesterday. He's got patella tendonitis, and when I put him in the first half, he really made a big play and defensively got a basket on the other end. And B-Rob's got a spot on his right below his knee that's been bothering him as well. But I'd like to get those 2 guys some more minutes. But other than that, it's a big win for us.
You've been saying for a while that this should be a good shooting team. What was the difference tonight? Was it just a matter of the ball going through, or was there anything that led to
the wind currents? We didn't open the doors that we've been opening. Ever who's in charge of the doors tonight, I hope that sucker case the rest of the year. But Steve had a good stat. We missed our first 5, and then we were 13 for 20 after that. So that is good shooting. But we do have guys that can shoot the ball, but we took some weird shots out there today too. But you guys have been here, heard me say 1,000 times, the ball goes in the basket, everything looks better. Makes you look like you know what the crap you're doing.
Coach, Cam Johnson had 25 points tonight, 8 for 12 shooting. How happy were you with his performance? He also did some really, I know there was that deep 3 with the shot clock running out late.
Yeah, that was big. I think his only miss from 3 was the one that was out a little deeper than that. Just got to remind him who he's guarding on the defense end of the floor. He was the one that lost his man completely down there and gave him a layup. So, no, but Cam was huge for us. How about the step back right in front of our bench? That was a big-time shot, and I think they cut it to 8. I think Luke made 1, and then I think when they cut it to 8, I think Cam was the other one, but I'm not sure. But no, Cam was huge for us.
Roy, how did you defend the ball screen tonight?
Well, there was no screen there most of the time. Because they slip or roll the screen, and so I got really mad at one point because the guy kept jumping out and his guy standing at the basket. So they're hard to play. In 2009 when we played them, we changed our ball screen completely before we played them and squeezed and went under, and it worked greatly, and it really helped us. But They're great. They're big guys. They're offensive players who come in there like they're setting the screen in right before there's contact. They slip to the basket. So that's really difficult to play. But we didn't do it very well. But again, they're really difficult to play.
With the road games in Vegas and tonight and what you have coming up, would you say this is one of the more difficult non-conference schedules you put together?
Well, you should read the notes. He works his butt off to get those. But the last 4 years, our toughness, the strength of schedule has been 1, 6, 6, and 1. I don't know which order, okay? But 4 years, it's the worst. It's been the best, most difficult schedule in the country twice, and 2 times the 6th most difficult schedule. And this time, I feel like it's much more difficult than any schedule I've ever coached.
You got quiet 9-9 with 2 blocks from Garrison. How important is it to get that kind of production from one of the bigs?
No, I think Harrison was nice. I mean, he does a nice job defensively. Yesterday in practice, he and Kenny were sensational defensively. They were on one side when we were running a couple of plays that Gonzaga runs, and he was sensational. Tonight, the only time he did a tough job, they're really good. Their post players pin you inside and you get caught behind, they're going to score on you. And other than that, I thought he really did. He came up with a couple of big rebounds. He got a block on the other end for us too, but no, 9-9, I'll take that from him every time. 23 minutes, 2 blocks. Basically everybody did some really good things.
Take 1 or 2 more quick ones, please.
What can a win like this and the offensive performance do for confidence and kind of getting back on track and heading towards the AC slate?
Well, we're going to enjoy this one for a while, but, I've told them, I'm pretty straightforward. I said, you guys can really shoot the ball. How about making them during games? And, I think that it always helps when that does go in, but I do think they're really good shooters. We work on shooting a lot. We get a lot of shots up in practice. Hubert works with them a lot, so hopefully you can last, but still I say the great teams are the ones that guard people, and we got to get a lot better defensively. That's the biggest part of us. If we can do that, then you can stay in games. If we don't guard people, I don't care how many shots you make, you're not going to win the good teams.
Are you giving them a return game?
Next year. Yeah, we'll go out there next year.
Anybody else?
Seventh has said he's been working on his jump shot. How have you seen that part of his game develop?
I think over the course of the last offseason and up until now, I think he's worked really hard. He's paid more attention to what Coach Day. He's got some funky things in his shot. It's hard to get rid of. It's like if you guys were to try to play golf and have never played, you're probably not going to be very good. And it's hard. And if you've got bad habits, once you get our age, you don't lose bad habits. But I think he has worked on it. I was going crazy with turnovers for everybody, not just 7th. But I thought 7th. How about it to move right before the clock at the end of the half? I mean, it wasn't just his jump shots. He did some good things. I want his assist-to-error ratio to be better than 1-3, but he made some big plays for us. Anybody else?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.